Hey there, Scorpio. Welcome to your reading for the week of October 31st. We're just going to take a look at your current general energies in this first row right here. Then we are going to look at anything unexpected, if there is anything unexpected, that could be coming in for you here. Next, we are going to look at... we're going to look at what is coming towards you. Could be anything, person, people, place, a thing. Doesn't really matter. We're just going to see if there's anything coming towards you. And then we are going to look at any messages from your future self in this last row here. I will also be pulling 3 yes or no question cards at the end. And if you don't have 3 questions, I'm just going to put them all together and as kind of like a collective, if that makes sense. But you start off here in your first position with this flirtation card and this order card as well. You have the 6 of Cups here, 4 Wands. Definitely could be love coming in for you. You have the Page of Cups as well. Could be a fire sign or a water sign. Could also be, you have fire, water, earth. You basically have 3 showing up here so far. So it could be any sign coming in for you. For whatever reason, the order is popping into my head. I kind of feel like this person could be, very old-fashioned in a certain way. You have this old man card. I'm not saying it's an old man, but you have this old man card. Could be whatever gender you're into. I don't care, right? But I do feel it's kind of like a more old-fashioned person. Maybe they, follow a certain order in how they get into a relationship or whatever. But, I feel like there's a lot of flirtation going on here. For others, I feel like you're flirting with something, but it's like a project or a business. You end with the 8 of Pentacles, and you have this purse card. It's like you're doing something... but you're doing something differently. And what's interesting is that it's like popping into my head is like moving things around. It's almost as if I were to the best way I could, the best example I could come up with is and don't worry, I'm not going to do this, but it's almost as if I switched to only doing all signs readings, like on my channel. I feel so, if you have a business or career, it's almost as if you are kind of like changing the order, or you're doing making a significant change like that. Like maybe you normally do your job one way and you're doing it a completely different way. I don't know. It's not really making much sense in my head, but if it's making sense to you, I would do it. Maybe you already have an idea of what you're going to do, and I would say go for it, because whatever you're thinking about, I feel like it's going to lead to that 8 of Pentacles. You have that purse card, which I can't really read it from here. Probably need glasses, but that purse card basically says something about raising your finances, so I would do it. You have the Page of Wands, the 9 of Wands, and the 6 of Cups here. Someone's closed off here. If you're looking for love, someone has to open up. 9 of Wands. I get this very cautious energy coming off of this. So again, you could be attracting a person who's a little bit of a wounded warrior, or you could be the wounded warrior. You could both be the wounded warrior. I feel like someone in this situation has experienced too many nightmares as far as people are concerned. I see the story very clearly here. It's like you could be attracting a person, or again, this could be you. Take it how it resonates. It's like someone here thought they were in a relationship with a person they would marry. 9 of Swords, it turned out to be a nightmare. I feel like someone just wants this, teamwork. Someone just wants a person that works on a team. So again, whether it's you or them, it doesn't really matter to me. But I feel like someone really wants to create something of value. 3 of Pentacles is creating something of value. And again, take this how it resonates. This could be a business partner as well. It's like some of you might be looking for help in business, and you're just looking for people who want to actually build something, or who kind of have the same vision as you. So whether it's love or otherwise, what's important here is I feel like that you, Scorpio, there is a focus here of finding people who have a similar vision to you, especially with that 3 of Pentacles. You have the 6 of Cups here. So again, there definitely could be a soulmate coming in for you, but other than that, I feel a lot of you are kind of overcoming obstacles here. Sometimes I feel that the 6 of Cups can be a gift from the universe, and usually the gift we receive with the 6 of Cups is overcoming obstacles. So we can experience a certain type of obstacle in our life, and usually the gift we receive here is overcoming whatever the obstacle is. You have the Page of Wands. You also have the Chariot here as well. There could be some sort of opportunity for you to travel, or for you to go on an adventure. Could also be an opportunity for you to like invite more enthusiasm into your life. And I definitely feel that. It's like maybe you're not very enthusiastic about your job, and I kind of feel like there could be like an opportunity to go get a job that you are enthusiastic about. Maybe you're not enthusiastic about your life in general, so there could be like an opportunity to move or to change things up here. It's popping into my head as very important that you are enthusiastic about the things you do. And again, when we're in that vibration, we can attract a lot of good stuff. So, if you're not super enthusiastic about the things you're doing, I would find things to be enthusiastic about. With the Page of Wands, you have the High Priestess. I feel like Pisces has been all up in your business. I don't know. I think Scorpio Pisces is like a natural match. So, it makes sense to me. But this could also be you kind of like shutting things out of your life. That's what's popping into my head, by the way. That's not really what she represents, but again, I read intuitively, and kind of intuitively, I feel some of you have maybe kind of, taken like a little bit of a step back. I just feel this more intuitively. Maybe you were working on a project and you've taken a step back from the project or the business or whatever you were doing. Could also be something else in your life that you've taken a step back from, but you've gained some sort of clarity. Can we get more? Well, let's see if we get more clarity on what this is. With the Nine of Wands, you have the Three of Cups, wanting a celebration, wanting happiness. There's something here about teamwork. So again, if you're starting a business, if you're wanting to start a business, I would definitely focus on finding people who at least see the vision, right? Maybe you have some idea, and I feel it's important that you find people who kind of, want the same things kind of as you do. In business, we can never truly find a person or people who are going to be as passionate as we are about our own business. But, I think we can at least get people on board, right? And that's what I'd be focusing on here in work or business. But I also feel you're kind of like opening back up to people. And I'm talking about like family, friends, social opportunities, like all those things. I feel you should open back up to those things with this card. With the Six of Cups, you have the King of Pentacles. Again, someone in love wants something permanent if you want love. Other than that, I feel like you could be overcoming financial challenges as well. Next, in the area of the unexpected, you have this Minstrel card. It says, let your intentions be known. And you also have this Green Man card. It says, the forces of nature favor you. So, I love it. I guess if you have your eye on a person, I would open up to that person with that minstrel card, whatever it is. I almost just said menstrual, whatever. So I would open up to that. It's kind of interesting. Like, I feel like you could be attracting like a little bit of a wild man archetype here. Wild man, wild woman, type of person. It's kind of interesting. I get more of like a, what do you call that? Like a Renaissance person, kind of coming into your life here, where maybe they kind of march to the beat of their own drum, so to speak. Maybe they're a little bit eccentric. I've said this to you before. I'm pretty sure like 2 readings ago I said something about this. Could be the person you marry. You have the Four of Wands here. And that could be unexpected in the future. It's like maybe you have your eye on a person right now, and maybe you're just not sure where it could go, but it could lead to marriage, could be unexpected. And again, this could be vice versa as well. So someone might be making a move towards you, and that could be what's unexpected here. For others of you, I'm getting a million things on this Green Man card, by the way. For others of you, I feel like this is saying the forces of nature, I feel is like more like you kind of asserting your will over something that you're creating. So if you're creating something in your life, like a business, a career, a job, even if you're retired, you could still be working on personal projects and things like that. Like whatever you're putting your energy into, I don't really feel it's like super unexpected, but I feel things are going to be kind of like you're going to be victorious very quickly with this Chariot here. You have the Four of Pentacles, the Four of Wands, and the Chariot. Chariot is a victory. And it's also about a change. It's kind of weird because the Chariot has been coming up a lot in readings recently. And kind of like intuitively, I feel, he's leaving the city behind him, as I always say. And, sometimes I feel that there might be a lot of competition in the city that he was in. And that's why he's leaving. He's like going somewhere where maybe he can kind of create his own city, or he can, create his own stability, Four of Pentacles, right? Or his own security. And I kind of feel that for some of you, where you're kind of like going off on this journey to create your own life. It could also be a long distance connection for some of you. Again, you have the Four of Wands here. Four of Wands could be marriage, so there definitely could be love coming in here. I know people always say, you say you don't do love readings. I always say, no, I do whatever comes up readings. And sorry, it's like I'm not making this stuff up, right? It's like the cards are what the cards are. So If you don't want love, again, this could just be you setting yourself free with the Chariot, but intuitively, definitely could be love because you have the Page of Cups here as well. But what I would say is that could be partially unexpected that you like marry this person. You do have the Four of Pentacles here as well, and for some of you, I feel that what's unexpected is that you could be releasing something with that. With all these cards, Four of Pentacles holding on too tightly, but you have the Four of Wands, which is the card of freedom, and you also have the Chariot, which is like setting yourself free. So maybe it's not unexpected for you, but maybe there are people in your life who are not expecting some changes that you are making with your life. But at the same time, I feel like they're going to witness your glow up. So I feel like they're witnessing you becoming very successful in your life. There's a lot going on. I feel like there's a lot of moving parts to your life right now, Scorpio, more than anyone else. It makes sense. We're in Scorpio season. Happy birthday, by the way, Scorpio. But I feel there's like a lot of moving parts, a lot of stuff. And even this Green Man card, again, I can't get over this. It's like, I never pay attention to this card, but you can see like all these branches, these vines that are kind of like woven around him. And I feel that for you, where it's like maybe things are kind of like all woven together. There's like a lot going on. With the Four of Pentacles, you have the Chariot. Yes, being set free from something that kept you stuck, or again, maybe it doesn't have to be that dramatic. It's like sometimes I think where life is fine, right? Maybe things are going well, but maybe we just feel like we're just kind of like repeating a routine, or we just feel like we're kind of on the hamster wheel. And I kind of see this as you breaking free from a hamster wheel in some ways. With the Four of Wands, you have the Strength card. You've been very patient for love for some of you. I also feel like you've just been patient in general for like freedom, like I said, with that Four of Wands, and to have a celebration. You have a lot of celebrating cards here. I mean, Six of Cups, Three of Cups, Four of Wands so far. So there could be like a reward coming in for you soon. With the Chariot, you have the King of Cups. Definitely could be a water sign for some of you. Could be a Cancer. But I feel for some of you, this is definitely love. Someone who wants something very long term. I have Aries popping into my head as well. So take it how it resonates. I don't care. But definitely could be a person coming in for you. I feel like this person is very emotionally mature as well. It's kind of weird. I have like a list popping into my head. And this is going to sound so stupid, Scorpio, but like I have a list popping into my head. I don't know if you're like one of those people who reads those lists. I'm not, so I don't even know what I'm talking about, right? But it's like maybe there's like a list of like, 10 signs of the perfect partner or something. I feel like somebody out there just read one of those lists, literally. And I literally feel like you could be attracting a person who is like that list that you read. I don't know. Take it how it resonates. Next in the area of what's coming towards you, you have this Groom card. Are you kidding me? I didn't even see this. It says husband, marriage. You also have this Old Man card. It says inheritance, male on it. So you could be attracting an older person. Again, this is a general reading, so it doesn't matter that these are talking about husband, man, blah, blah, blah. Could be any gender, whatever you're attracted to. I definitely feel clearly this could be a love reading. You could be attracting a person who you're going to marry. If you do not want love, I feel you could be just attracting something that you commit to, and you've probably been thinking about it for a very long period of time. Yeah, I say this because you have the Nine of Swords as well. Nine of Swords is the hamster wheel, right? Nine of Swords is my hamster wheel card. It is my card of going to bed, having a nightmare, waking up, being stuck in a nightmare. It's like you've been waiting to break out of something. So maybe you've had like a negative cycle in business or work, or you've just been kind of having the same repeat story. That's what I'm getting here. If you don't want love. And you end with the Eight of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles, freaking amazing. You have that purse card as well, freaking amazing. So there's definitely some sort of financial cycle that you're breaking here, and it's going to be a major improvement. So love it. Next, you have the Five of Cups, the High Priestess, the Nine of Swords, and the Devil. I would definitely be careful of like a past person. This could be very toxic, right? But it's kind of interesting because I do feel you could be attracting a person who's like a little bit down. I don't think this person's like super depressed or anything like that, but I feel maybe you could be attracting a person who, just is like kind of like been through a lot in love, and maybe they're kind of starting to think like, okay, maybe I'm meant to be alone. Maybe I'm not meant to be with a person. So, I kind of get that feeling here. And it could be someone who's a little bit isolated as well with the High Priestess. Doesn't have to be a Pisces, but it could be, but doesn't have to be. And, you could be responsible for breaking this person out, or vice versa. They could be responsible for breaking you out of these feelings of the Nine of Swords, right? What's funny is that if you're attracting a person, I feel like this is what stands out to you. Is this right here. I'm going to show you. You have this carving on the Nine of Swords. There's one person's like on their back, and the other person is like hitting that person with a sword. I always say that the Nine of Swords to me is a card that says you can be the bug or the windshield. You can be the thing that gets hit by the immovable force, or you can be the immovable force, right? So I feel like what you could be attracting is a person who, like, no matter what, doesn't give up. And maybe you have a story of attracting people who just fall on their back, who don't stick up for anything. I feel like you could be attracting a person who sticks up for everything in life, and they don't really care. So weird how that's popping into my head. You do have this Devil card. Again, I would be careful of anything toxic from the past entering into your life. I feel like this is talking about something new. I would also say that kind of what I'm getting intuitively is that if you want someone new to come in, that you have to completely cut off the past with this Devil card. So again, make sure that if you want someone new and maybe you still feel attached to the past, maybe you need to do some like cord cutting or something like that. Let's see. With the High Priestess, you have the Five of Cups. Five of Cups is like disappointments. Again, it's weird that I do... What is the other card? Oh, Five of Cups. So basically the universe saying I meant what I said. Repeating cards here. Again, I feel like you could be attracting a person who's disappointed. But again, I don't think this is something that's going to affect this person. I feel like they're going to get over it very quickly when they meet you. But it's not like they're disappointed, like they're still stuck on a past person. I feel like they're just like... kind of like in a space. Let's put it that way. With the Nine of Swords, you have the Knight of Pentacles. Yes, definitely. I feel you're ending a kind of like negative cycle financially for some of you. And I would definitely say that your finances are going to be improving significantly here, Scorpio, especially if you're putting in the work to make that happen. Obviously, we have to put the work in to make this happen. As I always say, it's not going to just magically happen, but I definitely love this. With the Devil, you have the Empress. Yes, love it. Definitely a very attractive. I feel like you're very attractive at this time. I feel like you're attracting a person who's very attractive as well. It's kind of interesting as well because, I kind of feel like more power couple vibes. I'm surprised the Emperor didn't show up here as well. Maybe it will in a minute, but, I kind of get this feeling where it's like maybe you're attracting a person where you're both at the same place, like in life, like you're kind of both equally yoked, as the kids say nowadays, right? On the TikToks and all that. So I feel like you could be attracting a person who's very similar level to you. Again, if you don't want love, that's fine. I feel your finances are improving significantly here. Finally, at the end for, what are we doing? Messages from your future self. You have this Club card. It says, someone will try to make you do something against your will. Don't do it. Obviously, Devil, someone from the past. Avoid it. You have this Purse card. It says, pay attention to your finances. But again, I feel like your finances are improving significantly. And again, I wouldn't go crazy. Who the hell knows what's going on in the world? People keep asking me, what's going to happen with inflation? What's going to happen with, all this stuff? I always say, like, number one, don't even worry about it, right? Don't even think about it. I think the best thing you can do right now is build something long-term in your life, whether it's a career, a business, whatever, something, right? You have to build something permanent. We have Uranus and Taurus. Uranus and Taurus wants us to build something long-term. That's all I would be focusing on, right? I don't even watch the news. I don't pay attention to any of that stuff because, again, it's just a distraction. But what I would say is, also, I don't know what's going to happen with inflation, the finances, the government, all that other BS because Uranus and Taurus. Uranus is too hard to predict as far as material things are concerned. Uranus can be good, it can be bad, it can be up, it can be down. It's chaos. So, and rebellion as well. So, who the hell knows? I think my best advice to everyone, if you're like worried about finances, worried about what's going on in the world, again, I do think it's a good time to play it safe. Let's put it that way. Like, I wouldn't be out buying a new Ferrari or anything like that right now. I would be, I don't think we should be paranoid, but I also think we should be maybe, putting a little money aside, maybe just paying attention to what's going on, right? That's all I'm saying. So don't be a paranoid freak. I would be somewhere in the middle. You have the Eight of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles with the Page of Cups as well. So, I kind of feel like you're just going about your business here. This is messages from your future self. So again, keep focusing on whatever you're focusing on. You have the Eight of Pentacles and Three of Pentacles. Both cards really represent quality work. They both represent doing a good job. So whatever you're doing in life, you're doing a good job. Keep focusing on that. Keep doing that. Eight of Pentacles is material success on the horizon. I've seen this happen already many times in my short life, right? Where people I remember in like 2008, right? I saw people do this where it's like they were like, oh, I'm all worried about finances and all this other stuff. But then there were people who were just doing the work, right? They're in a much better place now than those other people that were worried. So it's like we can worry about it or we can work on what we can control. And that's exactly what I'd be doing here is I'd be working on the things that you can control. You would have the Three of Pentacles. Again, I kind of feel, like I said at the beginning of the reading, that you could be attracting people who are just like have very similar visions to you. And this isn't like not just love, but in work, in business, in health. And that's exactly what I would be doing. I'd be doing whatever you can to surround yourself with people who kind of see the same things that you do, whatever that means, right? And that could be your beliefs, that could be things that you're working on, whatever, it doesn't matter. But I'd be surrounding yourself with those people because it's like all together you're building something very successful. So that's what I'd be working on here. And of course, you have the Page of Cups, new love. And again, either you need to make a move or they need to make a move. I'm not calling you out here, Scorpio, but I am at the same time. Or I'm calling this person out, someone who has their eye on you. I feel like someone needs to make a move here because, I mean, that card literally says, let your intentions be known. So there you go. Let's dig through this and let's see. With the Eight of Pentacles, you have the Seven of Cups. Were there other confusing cards here? Yes. Because I was talking about that Green Man card with the vines on it. I don't think this is so much confusion as, like I said earlier, I feel you have a lot of moving parts. I feel like there's a lot going on, and I feel you just, I would definitely try to stay focused, but at the same time, I would maintain your vision. I feel like with the Three of Pentacles and the Eight of Pentacles, that sometimes just taking the small steps towards whatever your bigger vision is what we need to do, and that's what I would do here. With the Three of Pentacles, you have the Eight of Pentacles. Are you kidding? Basically, the universe saying I meant what I said. I knew those two cards were connected, the Three of Pentacles and the Eight of Pentacles. That's why I said that earlier, because I feel like they're just the same thing. I feel like they're the same energy, in your reading. I feel like they're both saying just to work on what you're working on, keep doing what you're doing, and I feel like you need to drown out the noise. Is really what I'm getting. That's why I'm talking about the news and stuff like that, because I feel like there's a lot of noise that you could be dealing with. Maybe it affects you on an emotional level. And I would be careful of that because, again, I'm not saying it doesn't matter, but at the same time, I feel like I've just seen it happen so many times. Like, I don't want to call anyone out, but like I said, I've seen it happen where people are all worried about something that doesn't happen ever in the future. And it's like, I'm not saying we shouldn't pay attention to these things, but what I am saying is I'm saying we should work on the things that we can control. Because it's like, let's say that the government's about to collapse and the money is about to disappear. Right? It's like, well, okay, but if you build a business where you get a bunch of, it's like, even if that were to happen, there's just going to be a new money, right? After that, at some point. So if you built something up, even if that happens in the future, you're going to be in a much better position. Then someone always in the comments, what if they launch nukes and we're all nuked? I'm like, then we have much bigger problems. Then you're not even going to have to worry about money, plain and simple, right? So it's like, if something major like that happens, then you're not going to have to worry about it either. So there you go. With the Page of Cups, here you go, Queen of Pentacles. And you do have the King of Pentacles as well. Very interesting. This bottom position here could be definitely attracting like a water sign with earth in their chart, or an earth sign with water in their chart here, like Capricorn. So what I would say here is that I feel like this person wants something permanent, but definitely divine counterparts. We're going to pull 3 yes or no question cards now, Scorpio, and we're going to do 1, 2, and 3 right here. Feel free to pause this reading if you need time to think of your questions. 1, 2, 3, right here. For question number 1, pause it if you didn't think. I'm going to put it all together at the end as well. Definitely yes, 6 of Wands, major success coming in for you. For question number 2, yes, this is you showing up in a very strong position. And for question number 3, I would say yes, Ace of Wands, passionate new beginning. So putting that all together, there is clearly, if you are having a new beginning, it is going to lead to success. That's all I feel like saying. So there you go, Scorpio. That looks amazing. So thank you for being here, Scorpio. Really appreciate it. Make sure to watch your Sun, Moon, and Rising for a full picture of what's going on for you at this time. But thank you, and definitely enjoy your week.